What's going on, baseball fans? Welcome to the 2018 Baseball Youth Elite 25 D1 postseason rankings, powered by Baseball Lifestyle 101. I'm Jamison Valvano with Baseball Youth, the nation's largest youth baseball network. Whether it's hosting some of the nation's most competitive tournaments, engaging with players, coaches, and parents around the world, or covering the game's most important developments, Baseball Youth is your hub for everything the youth game has to offer. Through highly visible social media channels, the quarterly print magazine, and a wealth of online resources, Baseball Youth has you covered from every angle. Check us out at baseballyouth.com. With me today is our rankings guru, Anthony Grassi, who literally poured over mounds of information to compile the most comprehensive, data-driven set of youth baseball rankings ever assembled. Anthony, how are you?
Jamie, I'm doing great. We've got some extraordinary teams ranked in our top 25, and we can't wait to get to it.
And with thousands of youth baseball teams competing around the country, whittling these lists down to the top 25 was certainly no small undertaking. Anthony, can you give us some insight on the process you came up with to compile these rankings?
Okay. So when deciding how to rank the multitude of teams, the Baseball Youth Analytics Squad examined teams' performances in national tournaments, overall record, head-to-head competition, and record against D1 opponents. Using that data along with submissions from teams, we ranked the top 25 clubs in each age division from 14U all the way down to 10U.
And that sounds like the perfect place to start. But before we get into the 10U rankings, Taylor Watson is going to tell us how these teams fit into our innovative new div level system. Taylor?
Thanks, Jamison. Here at Athletic Sports Group, home of Baseball Youth, we developed the div level self-classification system. Travel baseball teams from across the nation can now self-classify their team in one of three divisions: Division 1, D1, Division 2, D2, or Division 3. Div Level promotes the concept of level play in travel baseball through one unified system of team classifications used throughout the industry. Div Level is free to classify your team and easy to navigate. It only takes 1 to 2 minutes to classify your team for the entire season. The Div Level classifications will increasingly be used by travel baseball tournament providers from across the country in an effort to streamline the varying and often confusing terminology currently being used. Through your team's Div Level, you will have the chance to be featured in Baseball Youth magazine and on Baseball Youth social media channels. In addition to these national exposure opportunities, your team will automatically be in the system for future Baseball Youth Elite 25 team rankings. Classify your team at divlevel.com to join the movement. And be sure to check us out on social media, Baseball Youth USA on Facebook and at Baseball Youth on IG and Twitter.
Thanks, Taylor. Anthony, you ready to get started?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. The Baseball Youth Elite 25 D1 postseason rankings for 10U, powered by Baseball Lifestyle 101. Our 25th ranked squad from Oxford, Mississippi is the Yalobusha Giants. At 24 from Yuma, Arizona, ATP National. 23rd in the postseason rankings from right outside Atlanta, in Marietta, Georgia, the OP Sox.
The OP Sox won this summer's Travel Ball Select National Championship for 10-year-old teams.
At 22 from Matthews, North Carolina, the SBA Canes Marconi. 21, the New Jersey Axemen from Hawthorne, New Jersey. Moving along and finishing 20th is the Texarkana Rangers from Texarkana, Arkansas.
Coach Browning's team prided themselves on gap-to-gap hitting, solid defense, pitching, and base running. A small ball team that hit 0 home runs over 200-foot fences last season. Moving forward, the team has merged with another organization and will now be known as Southern Athletics Browning.
At 19th, a name you'll hear a bunch throughout this show, the East Cobb Astros and their Navy 10U squad from out of Marietta, Georgia. Sliding in at 18th from Houston, Texas is the Scorpions Team Easton TC. And at 17th from Chandler, Arizona is the Chandler Stars.
Jamie, the Stars posted a strong 21-3 mark against teams one level above them at the 11U age division. Very impressive.
At 16 from Omaha, Nebraska, Millard United, and at 15 from Shawnee, Kansas, the KC Crusaders.
The Crusaders were champs of Session 1 at the high-profile Triple Crown Slumpbuster event back in June, going 7-1.
Coming in at 14th out of Miami, Florida is I Am Baseball. 13th from Tomball, Texas, the Banditos Black. Number 12 hails from Van Nuys, California. It's Victory Braves Elite.
Victory Braves Elite is the first of 5 teams from California in our top 12, which really illustrates the level of competition within the state and overall on the West Coast. At 11, also from Cali, Los Angeles specifically, is the Cachorros. Now for our top 10. At number 10 is another program from California, the La Miranda Coyotes. Notable for the Coyotes was the championship crown they earned as last year's NYBC champs at the 10U level.
At 9th, and I told you you'd hear this name again, the East Cobb Astros Orange.
Right, East Cobb Astros Navy at 19, now Orange at number 9. East Cobb has been a super successful travel organization for a number of decades, and it shows here in our 10U postseason rankings.
Two Midwest Elite squads fill spots 8 and 7 as the Bombers from Flower Mound, Texas are at 8, and Team Kemp from Oklahoma City is at 7. And before we give you the 10U top 5, your 6th ranked team is from Beaver Valley, Pennsylvania, the Beaver Valley Red. At number 5, from Deptford, New Jersey, is the Mid-Atlantic Show.
The Show won Perfect Game Super 25 in Sanford, Florida, and also made it to the semifinals of NYBC in July.
At number 4, from Raleigh, North Carolina, is the Canes Gilchrist.
They finished first at the USA Baseball Futures Invitational and as the runner-up in Triple Crown's U.S. Club Nationals in Marietta, Georgia.
Coming in at 3, from Tampa Bay, Florida, one of my favorite team names around the nation, the Kangaroo Court Roos, led by head coach Jason Miller.
The Roos were your USSSA Global Championship winners in Bradenton, Florida, came in 5th at the Wilson DeMarini Elite World Series in Vieira, Florida, and played our number 2 squad, which we'll announce in a moment, winning 1 out of 3 matchups.
On to number 2, from Norwalk, California, it's MVP Hustle Casillas.
As I mentioned, MVP Hustle beat Kangaroo Court 2 out of 3 times this season, on top of being the USSSA International World Series champs and finishing 3rd at the Wilson DeMarini World Series back in July.
Finally, topping the Baseball Youth 10U postseason rankings powered by Baseball Lifestyle 101, from La Habra, California, is your Easton Elite.
5 Cali squads in the top 12, and Easton Elite checks in at number 1. They won the Wilson DeMarini World Series, finished 3rd in the USSSA International World Series, and went 4-2 against number 2 MVP Hustle Casillas. The top 3 and 10U were very tightly bunched, but ultimately Easton Elite's resume earned our top spot.
Congratulations to all the teams who made the top 25 ranking, and a big shout out to the Easton Elite for taking that top spot. Before we get you to the 11U, we're going to throw it back to Taylor Watson to tell us about the upcoming Baseball Youth All-American Games. Taylor?
Thanks again, Jamie. Baseball Youth All-American Games include some of the best hand-selected individual players in the country, playing together on teams in tournament play at some of the top ballparks in the U.S. Each All-American Games includes hundreds of players from all over the nation and several countries, skills competitions, and a chance to compete in a home run derby. Athletes who participate in our All-American Games also have the opportunity to be invited to join a Baseball Youth Elite team that competes in various top national events throughout the country, as well as the opportunity to be featured as a player to watch in the quarterly Baseball Youth magazine. Through our partnership with Triton, every player receives 2 custom limited edition on-field jerseys to pair with their custom limited edition game hats. The Baseball Youth All-American Games is one of our most prestigious events for all individual players to participate in. Visit baseballyouth.com to nominate your player today for their chance to become an All-American. And don't forget to follow our social media channels for the latest info. On Facebook, you can find us at Baseball Youth USA and at Baseball Youth on IG and Twitter.
All right, diving back into it. Anthony, remind us again how you put these rankings together.
Right, when ranking these teams, we considered overall records, record against D1 opponents, head-to-head competition, and teams' performances in national tournaments. Our team crunched the numbers and ranked the top 25 clubs in each age division from 14U down to 10U.
Okay, let's get started. Here are the Baseball Youth Elite 25 postseason Division I 11U rankings powered by Baseball Lifestyle 101. At 25 from Delray Beach, Florida is Florida Surge Scout. At 24 from McDonough, Georgia, the Big Sticks Gamers.
Accomplishments for the Big Sticks Gamers include a first place finish in the PG Super 25 and third place finish in the Travel Ball Select Nationals.
At 23 from Louisville, Kentucky, the Louisville Sting.
The Sting were your runner-up at the Travel Ball Select Nationals.
Ranked 22nd, here's MVP Hustle Salise.
This MVP Hustle squad finished as the runner-up in U-Trip's International World Series.
21 is another MVP Hustle ball club from La Miranda, California. It's MVP Hustle Rodriguez. At number 20 from Estero, Florida is Gulf Coast Monarchs. 19 from San Diego, the San Diego Show. Checking in at 18 from San Antonio, Texas, the Texas Canes. And at 17th from Westchester, New York, Elite Squad New York 11U. Moving on to 16 is New Jersey Select from Mullica Hill.
The Select won the 11U division of NYBC, which is held in Yaphank, New York in July.
Up to 15th from Chino Hills, California is the Chino Hills Thunder. At 14 is the Scottsdale Dirtbags Black from Arizona, and 13 is the LA Knights from Mandeville, Louisiana. Next up at 12th is the East Cobb Astros.
East Cobb was the Triple Crown U.S. Club Nationals runner-up and won the Travel Ball Select National Championships.
At 11 from Boca Raton, Florida, the Florida Ballers. Moving into the top 10, we start with the Traction Canes Black from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Finishing at 9th is Davie Elite from Davie, Florida. At 8th from LA, the Los Angeles Extreme Elite White. Number 7 is the Top Tier Americans from Chino Hills, California. And at 6 is the 5-Star Tigers DeMarini out of Jacksonville, Florida.
Top 5 time.
At number 5 from Matthews, North Carolina is SBA Canes Ross.
The number 25 ranked team in 2017 jumped 20 spots thanks to their win in the U.S. Club Nationals in July. The SBA Canes performance included knocking off number 12 and number 6 on their way to the title.
Finishing 4th is the Midwest Elite Bombers from Grapevine, Texas.
How about this? The Bombers finished the summer campaign with a record of 73-6-1. Wow.
Your number 3 ranked squad is the Alamo Drillers out of San Antonio.
Another top finish for this Drillers squad, as last year the Drillers team finished atop our 2017 postseason rankings at the 10U level. While Coach Cunningham noted the slight drop-off after a number 1 campaign, he expressed that even though the team did not achieve its ultimate goal on the field, the organization has goals that extend beyond the diamond.
Number 2 is the SGSA Sharks out of Valdosta, Georgia.
The Sharks finished as the runner-up in the Wilson DeMarini World Series with 3 top 10 wins on the week, ultimately falling to our number 1 11U squad.
And your number 1 ranked squad in the Baseball Youth 11U postseason D1 rankings, powered by Baseball Lifestyle 101 from Norwalk, California, is MVP Hustle Prieto.
MVP Hustle was one of 7 teams from California in our 11U top 25. They won U-Trip's International World Series as well as the Wilson DeMarini World Series, had 6 wins against the rest of the top 10, and were our unanimous number 1 team. Any way you cut it, an unreal season for MVP Hustle.
Awesome teams and awesome performances. Congratulations to all of our Baseball Youth Elite 25 D1 11U teams on a terrific 2018 campaign. Once more, back over to Taylor, who's going to enlighten us on the dynamic Youth Baseball Nationals, which take place every summer across the country and are a key part of Athletic Sports Group. Taylor?
Thanks, Jamison. That's right. Just like Baseball Youth, the Youth Baseball Nationals are part of Athletic Sports Group, which calls Louisville, Kentucky home. The Youth Baseball Nationals are hosted at 7 locations around the country. The week-long Youth Baseball Nationals are the nation's preeminent youth baseball tournament. Teams ranging from 9U to 15U come from across the country and throughout the world to compete in tournament play, skills competitions, and the Nationals All-Star Game. With free player passes to local area attractions, an MLB World Series giveaway, and parting gifts for coaches and players, Youth Baseball Nationals promises to be a baseball vacation the family will never forget. Find more information on the ultimate baseball vacation and register your team at baseballnationals.com. You can find out more on our social media platforms on Facebook at Youth Baseball Nationals and at Baseball Nats on Instagram and Twitter.
Next up is 12U. Anthony, tell us again about your methodology for compiling these rankings.
When ranking these teams, we considered overall records, records against D1 opponents, performances in national tournaments, and head-to-head competition. We poured those numbers into our magic formula, and the result was the most comprehensive youth baseball rankings ever assembled.
Let's get back to the proceedings with the Baseball Youth Elite 25 D1 postseason rankings. Anthony, what jumps out to you in this first group of teams?
If you remember, 10U was marked by 5 teams from California in the top 12. For 12U, we look at the other side of the nation as 4 Florida squads finished in the top 8.
Here we go. At 25 from Overland Park, Kansas is KC Clutch. At 24 from Decatur, Georgia, South DeKalb Tribe Gold.
Tribe Gold were the runner-up in the 12U at Travel Ball Select National Championships.
Moving up to 23rd from Simi Valley, California is the Simi Patriots. 22 from Riverton, Utah, the Utah Grays. And at 21 from Northwest Louisiana, the Stickmen Pizarro.
The Stickmen came in 3rd at the Perfect Game Super 25 in Sanford back in June.
Moving into our top 20 of the 12U postseason rankings is Millard United Elite from Utan, Nebraska. At 19 from right outside Indianapolis, Indiana and Westfield is the Indiana Bulls Black. At 18 from San Antonio, Texas, S.A. Kings Martinez. And at 17 from Rochester Hills, Michigan, the Motor City Hit Dogs.
The Hit Dogs came in third at Travel Ball Selects Nationals, won Week 9 at Cooperstown, and interestingly, played the second half of the summer season at the 13U level and more than held their own with one tournament championship and 2 other trips to semifinals.
At 16th in our rankings from St. Louis, Missouri is the St. Louis Force. Number 15 from Texas City, Texas is Hustle Premier. Up to 14th from Miami, Florida is MVP Elite. And at 13 from Marietta, Georgia is the East Cobb Astros.
The 12U East Cobb Astros finished as the runner-up at PG Super 25.
Ranked 12th is the Team Francisco Notorious 9 from Smithtown, New York. And at 11 is Team Extreme Addictive from Pace, Florida. Into our top 10 for 12U. At number 10 is Spitfire Elite Pizarro from Clayburn, Texas. At 9 is Jersey Storm from Bergen, New Jersey. 8 is Central Florida Select from Orlando. And moving south at 7 is Team Clutch from Miami. Finally at number 6 is the 5-star Tigers DeMarini from out of Jacksonville.
As I mentioned earlier, here begins our run of 4 Florida squads in the top 8 of our 12U rankings. 5-star Tigers were crowned Triple Crown U.S. Club National Champs.
Leading off our top 5 is Rebel Baseball Red from Cypress, California.
Rebel Red went 17-6 against 13U competition, won 11 tournaments overall, and finished second at the U-Trip International World Series and made it all the way to the semifinals at NYBC.
Your 4th-ranked team at 12U is Crawdads by Yeti Baseball Club from Austin, Texas.
The NYBC runner-up and 3rd-place finisher at U-Trip's International World Series.
At number 3 is the Boca Hitmen from Boca Raton, Florida.
3rd at the Wilson DeMarini World Series in Vieira, and 12U winners of PG Super 25 in Stanford.
Ranked 2nd from Rio Grande Valley, Texas is Team Dirty South Bats.
Team Dirty South Bats won out as the champs for the Wilson DeMarini Elite World Series, which was stacked with 8 top 25 teams out of the 28 teams entered.
And your number 1 ranked squad in the Baseball Youth 12U postseason rankings, powered by Baseball Lifestyle 101 from Norwalk, California, is MVP Hustle Garcia.
Pretty special story here is MVP Hustle Garcia goes back-to-back following their 11U number 1 postseason ranking last year. An absolutely incredible 93-2 overall record. They won NYBC and the U-Trip International World Series.
Again, well done to the MVP Hustle organization for earning another top spot, and congratulations to all the teams who made the 12U Top 25. Great season, guys.
Play with Baseball Youth Elite and compete in top national tournaments like those at Ripken Experience, Disney's ESPN Wide World of Sports, Ballparks of America, and at other well-known locations. Athletes who play on our Baseball Youth All-American teams have the opportunity to be selected to join these highly competitive elite teams. In addition, parents and coaches can nominate their player for the chance to be handpicked for a coveted spot on a Baseball Youth Elite team. Our teams are known to finish high in some of the nation's top events with over 10 runner-up or champion finishes. If your athlete has what it takes, visit the Baseball Youth site and nominate them today. For more information, check us out on our social media pages. We're on Facebook at Baseball Youth USA and at Baseball Youth on Instagram and Twitter.
Okay, Anthony, before we start 13U, tell us how the analytics team assembled these rankings.
When ranking these teams, we consider teams' overall records, record against D1 opponents, performance in national tournaments, and head-to-head competition. We input that data into our Baseball Youth Sports Machine, which made sense of all of that information in the form of the most definitive youth baseball rankings in the industry.
You know, notable in this set of rankings is that we have 14 states represented, the most in any one age group's top 25 in our postseason rankings. Tell us what stands out to you with teams 25 through 21.
Well, leading us off at 25 is Canes NC Hare from Hudson, North Carolina, who won U-Trip's World Series in Cary, North Carolina, so we're starting on a high note.
Indeed we are, Anthony. Let's keep rolling. At 24 from San Antonio, Texas is S.A. Kings Obregon. 23rd is the Long Island Body Armor Titans from, you guessed it, Long Island, New York. Coming in at 22 from Jonesboro, Arkansas is the AR Nationals, and at 21 from Fontana, California is ABD Premier. Up next are our teams ranked 20th through 16th, starting with Team Hoyle from Windermere, Florida. At 19 from Las Vegas is LVR.
The Las Vegas Rebels were the runner-up in U-Trip's International World Series.
Finishing at 18th from Bosher City, Louisiana is the Louisiana Redbirds. 17 from Plano, Texas, the Dallas Patriots. Sherrard. At 16 from Jacksonville is 5-star Tigers DeMarini. Our 15th ranked squad is from Nashville. It's Knights Baseball Platinum.
Another outstanding season-long record for the Knights. You're looking at 61, 10, and 1. Impressive.
At 14 from Alpharetta, Georgia, the Georgia Jackets National. 13, the Louisiana Tigers from down in Baton Rouge. And at number 12 is Yeti Baseball Club Crawdads from Austin, Texas. Our 11th ranked team hails from Greenfield, Indiana, the Midwest Astros. Moving into our top 10, at number 10 is Team Combat from Brentwood, California.
Your U-Trip International World Series champs for the 13U age division.
Number 9 is from Miami Lakes, Florida, the Elite Squad Outlaws.
Good note here about Elite Squad Outlaws. Last year, they were an honorable mention for the 12U age division. This year, in the top 10 of 13U, solid move up for the Elite Squad Outlaws.
Proceeding to number 8 is the Motor City Hit Dogs from Rochester Hills, Michigan. 7 is the Tri-State Arsenal National from Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And number 6 is Canes NC Gallagher from Cary, North Carolina.
Canes NC Gallagher won NYBC, had 2 top 20 wins in that event, including a victory over Tri-State Arsenal National.
Into our top 5 for 13U from Denver, Colorado. At number 5 is 3-2 Warriors.
I talked to Coach Duman. The Warriors have been together since 6U and actually lost their first 8 games together in 6U. They matured together throughout the subsequent years, really came together on a trip to Puerto Rico during their 12U season, and eventually made it into the top 25. This year, they're in at number 5.
At number 4 is the Kangaroo Court Roos from Tampa.
The Roos were runner-up at the Perfect Game World Series and also finished second at the USA Baseball 14U National Team East event, where they lost to our number 3 ranked squad that we'll be announcing during our 14U segment, so stay tuned for that.
Finishing the year at number 3 from Tomball, Texas is the Banditos Black.
Highlights for the Banditos included winning the PG World Series.
At number 2 is the Louisiana Sox from Denham Springs, Louisiana.
Wilson DeMarini Elite World Series champs and Travel Ball Select Nationals runner-up.
And your number 1 ranked squad in the Baseball Youth 13U postseason rankings, powered by Baseball Lifestyle 101 from Atlanta, Georgia, the East Cobb Astros.
East Cobb knocked off the Louisiana Sox twice on their way to winning Travel Ball Select Championship, finished 5th at the PG World Series in Bradenton, Florida, and ranked 21st in last year's 12U postseason rankings. The top 3 in 13U were really evenly matched, but in the end, East Cobb's overall body of work led to their number 1 ranking.
All right, great job, guys, and congratulations to all of our 13U top 25 teams. Before we unveil our final group, the 14U, Taylor, tell us how teams can participate with the newest member of Athletic Sports Group family, Game Day USA. Taylor?
With over 200 professionally managed tournaments throughout the Midwest and beyond, Game Day USA has been a trusted name in the travel ball industry for over 12 years. Offering tournaments in many family-friendly locations at the best parks throughout the Midwest and other parts of the nation, your team can fill their summer schedule with top-notch weekend tournaments by choosing Game Day. With nearly 6,000 baseball and softball teams from 25 states and Canada competing annually, Game Day USA has a tournament for everyone, including you. Register your team today at GameDayUSA.com and find out more on our social channels at Game Day USA on Facebook and Instagram and at Game Day USA 1 on Twitter.
Time for the final group, the Baseball Youth Elite 25 14U D1 postseason rankings, powered by Baseball Lifestyle 101. Anthony, one more time, let us know how you put these rankings together.
Our analytics unit took into account teams' overall records, performances in national tournaments, records against D1 opponents, and head-to-head competition. Using our advanced sabermetrics, we assembled the industry's first definitive youth baseball rankings.
Ready to do it?
Let's go.
Here we go. Final group. Starting us off at number 25 from Marietta, Georgia is 643 DP Athletics. At 24 from Rochester Hills, Michigan is the Motor City Hit Dogs. 23 from Rowlett, Texas, D-Bat Elite Bonicio. 22 from Baton Rouge, the Louisiana Tigers Purple. And at 21 is Titans Baseball Blue from Kennesaw, Georgia.
I talked to Titans Blue head coach Chance Beam, who noted his squad played the best this year with their backs against the wall. They were a deep hitting team and have been together since their 11U days. Here's a quote directly from Coach Beam. "We rake and score a lot of runs. There is no game we are out of, so our guys never quit." Good stuff from Coach Beam as the Titans Blue finished at 21.
Moving to number 20 from Fort Myers, Florida, the Gulf Coast Fury. At 19, they call Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania home is U.S. Elite Baseball. At 18, from Pembroke, Florida, Elite Squad Prime. At 17, from California, the San Diego Show. Next up, at 16, is the Dirtbags 2020 Camo from Sedalia, North Carolina. At 15, from Grove City, Ohio, is Ohio Elite Schaefer. Your 14th ranked squad is Armor Baseball from Littleton, Colorado. At 13, from West Hills, California, is Pacific Baseball Academy.
Pacific was the runner-up of USA Baseball's National Team West event this summer.
At 12 is the Dallas Tigers from Coppell, Texas. 11 and staying in Texas is the Banditos Scout Team from out of Tomball. Continuing to number 10 is Team Elite from Winder, Georgia. Number 9 is the Georgia Bombers from Alpharetta.
Check out this for the Bombers. PG Super 25 champ, Triple Crown Nationals 4th place, WWBA 3rd place finish. A strong year for the squad out of Alpharetta.
At 8th from New York, the Bronx Bombers.
Tied with the Georgia Bombers for first at the PG Super 25 event and won NYBC at the 14U level.
Up at number 7 is the 3D Gold from Waddell, Arizona.
They won USA Baseball's National Team West tournament and finished 4th in Session 1 of Triple Crown Slumpbuster event.
At 6 is Millard United Elite from Omaha, Nebraska. Now moving into our top 5. From Marietta, Georgia, at number 5 is the East Cobb Astros.
The ever-present East Cobb Astros were runner-up in the PG BCS National Championship, falling to our 4th-ranked team and semifinalists at USA Baseball's National Team event, where they were knocked off by our number 3 squad.
Ranked 4th from Jacksonville is 5-Star National.
The runner-up at the Triple Crown U.S. Club Nationals and winner of the Perfect Game BCS National Championship in Fort Myers, Florida.
Number 3 from Tampa, Florida, the Kangaroo Court Roos.
The Roos won USA Baseball's National Team East event.
At number 2, it's the Doolins Dodgers Right from Cordova, Tennessee.
Perfect Game World Series champs, WWBA runner-ups, ranked 20 in the 13U last year with big move in 2018 for Doolins Dodgers Right.
And your number 1 ranked squad in the Baseball Youth 14U D1 postseason rankings, powered by Baseball Lifestyle 101. From Fredericksburg, Virginia, it's Canes National.
Canes National won the WWBA by a count of 9-1 over number 2 ranked Doolins Dodgers Right, which really became the tiebreaker in our eyes as both teams had truly outstanding seasons.
Whether it's hosting some of the nation's most competitive tournaments, engaging players and coaches from around the world, or covering the game's most important developments, Baseball Youth is your hub for everything the youth game has to offer. Through highly visible social media channels, the quarterly print magazine, and a wealth of online resources, Baseball Youth has you covered from every angle. Find out more at baseballyouth.com. And back to you, Jamie.
Congrats to all 125 of our ranked teams on an amazing season, and best of luck to them in the upcoming season. Check out more of the rankings at baseballyouth.com/rankings and all of our social media platforms, Baseball Youth USA on Facebook and at Baseball Youth on IG and Twitter. We look forward to bringing you more rankings down the road, so be sure to sign up with Div Level so our Baseball Youth Analytics team can keep an eye on your performance all season long. For Anthony Grassi, Taylor Watson, all of the crew behind the scenes, I'm Jamison Valvano. Thank you. You've been watching the 2018 Baseball Youth Elite 25 D1 postseason rankings. Thanks for watching, and remember, live the baseball life.